Umandu, Numandu, Nabandu. Confused? Don't worry, it is an African language, but I am also not sure about the pronunciation. It is an African humanistic philosophy or ideology, commonly known as Ubuntuism, and it is often translated as I am because we are, or I am because you are, or other words, humanity towards others. In a more philosophical sense, it means the belief in a universal bond of sharing that connects all humanity. It speaks to the fact that we are all connected and one can grow and progress through the grow and progress of others. Ubuntu is essentially all about togetherness, and it is a reminder for the society on how we should be connected with others. Dear friends, this is not a philosophical class, but still, if you are searching a synonym for this particular philosophy, we can identify a great term that is called interpersonal skill. This module is specifically designed to discuss about various interpersonal skills. So at the outset, I welcome you all for this session. Friends, before entering into the discussion, let me clarify the objectives first. Through this module, we are going to find out the answer for three questions: why, what, and how. Here, why refers to why interpersonal skills are important. What refers to what are the various important interpersonal skills, and how refers to how we can improve our interpersonal skills. Okay, let us enter into our discussion. First, what are interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills are the set of behaviors, skills, or tactics a person uses to interact with others effectively. It involves the ability to communicate and build relationship with others. They are sometimes referred as communication skills and often referred as people skill, which is an essential soft skill. Interpersonal skills encompasses the ability to work well with people and involve acceptance of others without prejudice. As a human being, our greatest skill is not our education or erudition, but the wonderful innate sense within us that allows us to act and say the right thing, no more, no less. In a personal and professional environment, strong interpersonal skills are an asset that can help you navigate the complexities, the challenges, and day to day tasks, which will bring laurels and beauty to your life. With regard to interpersonal skills, there are plenty, dozens or number of interpersonal skills are there, like active listening, communication skills, writing skills, sense of humor, collaboration, conflict management, flexibility, leadership, and the list goes on. But here we are going to discuss some of the very important or the top rated interpersonal skills. Before that, let us discuss why these interpersonal skills are needed. Or, in other words, why interpersonal skills are important. First, interpersonal skills are essential ingredients for social fairness. According to the great Greek philosopher Aristotle, man is by nature a social animal. Society is something that precedes the individual. So, being a social animals, we have to meet, greet, and move with many people. For that, interpersonal skills are much needed. Good interpersonal skills assume more importance on a social level. Man cannot live alone. He or she always need a partner or a companion or any kind of relationship to lead their life. Here, interpersonal skills act as the invisible glue which binds relationship together. Every individual has a personal style or specific personality characteristics that determine their preferences. Interpersonal skills helps to understand the personality styles of a person and help to build a rapport and interact with them quickly. Interpersonal skills will also help you to succeed in any job, from the interview phase to job performance, job satisfaction, and job promotion. Interpersonal skills help to adjust your approach and to work together effectively. In order to collaborate and interact with different types of people, interpersonal skills are vital. Start from the family, society, workplace, friends group, peer group, social association, or any other group. Collaboration and interactions are much essential, and interpersonal skills make this happen. Interpersonal skills help to control the feelings that arise during conflicts and respond appropriately at any emotional situation. In the present era of technological advancement, emotional management is a leading challenge before us, and this problem can be easily resolved with the help of interpersonal skills. Dear friends, absence of interpersonal skills in the home, group, or office or anywhere can lead to loneliness, frustration, non cooperation, and ultimately it leads to a substandard life. Without those skills, we would cause much pain and anguish for our friends, associates, and of course, unhappiness to ourselves. So, do you want happiness, joy, peace of mind, or success? Then, interpersonal skills are the secret. The topmost interpersonal skill is communication skill. When I come across the word communication, I remember a story. It goes like this. Once, an old king wanted to know about his future. So he decided to invite all the learned persons, prophets, astrologers, and all were assembled in his court as it was the order of the king. After analysis, all persons expressed the same opinion. Your Majesty, soon you will die. This was their words. The king was not able to accept these words, and due to anger, he punished all. By hearing this news, nobody was ready to predict the future of the king. One fine morning, a gentleman came to the palace and asked permission to foresee the future of the king. Permission was granted. The gentleman proclaimed, Your Highness, soon our country is going to witness a mega ceremony. Yes, our prince will decorate the enthronement of our kingdom as the king. By hearing these words, the king was so delighted and presented many more money and gifts to the gentleman. Yes, communication skills are the most significant people skills or interpersonal skill since it deals about the tactics of winning many hearts. The vocabulary, tone, volume, rhythm, and emotions of the communicator play a vital role while dealing with the person. Communication skills are a set of activities that ultimately add a quality to our life. Successful communication helps us better understand people and situations. It is a two-way process. By acquiring strong communication skill, you can better connected with your friends, peers, relatives, colleagues, boss, and simply with everyone. In this modern time, we are receiving, sending, and processing a large number of messages every day. But successful communication is far more than sharing information. It is also an understanding of the feelings behind the information. Successful communication can deepen relations, in personal and professional life. Friends, let us now have a small discussion on the components of communication skills. Communication skill components are plenty, but it can be wisely categorized as listening, verbal communication, and non-verbal communication. Let us discuss one by one. First one is listening. Listening is one of the most important aspects of communication. When improving your communication skills, the first thing you need to learn is to listen. Successful listening is not just an understanding of the spoken or written information, but an understanding of how the speaker feels during communication. If a speaker can see and feel that someone is listening and understanding, that can help to build a stronger and deeper relationship. Careful listening can also create an environment in which everyone feels safe to express their ideas, opinions, feelings, plans, and solve problems in a creative way. So, listening is also a vital interpersonal communication skill. As I told earlier, communication is a two-way process. Listening is an essential part of receiving information. When we communicate, an average of 45% of time we spend for listening. Giving nonverbal signals like nodding or maintaining eye contact will also build trust as the people you are collaborating. It was the first anatomy class. All the first year students were eagerly waiting in the anatomy lab. On the demonstration table, there was a dog. No, a dead body of a dog. It was not so old because then and there was some blood clots, and of course the mouth is also wet because of saliva. Anyway, the students assembled around the demonstration table and they were eagerly waiting for their professor. The professor came and as a sudden he inserted a finger into the mouth of the dog, and after a few minutes he take it out and he started sucking the finger. The students were shocked. Immediately he instructed the student, do what I did. All the students were panicking. Some of the students were murmuring. Some were feel unconscious. Some taken vomiting. But one student come forward. Yes, he inserted his index finger into the mouth of the dog and take it out and start sucking his ring finger. The professor also very much impressed and appreciate the particular student. Then he advised, dear future doctors, listening is very important for us. We have to listen carefully about the problems of our patient. Dear friends, this is not only for doctors. Listening is a common skill and we all need that particular skill, listening. So listen carefully. The next one is verbal communication. It is all about what we say, which is an important way of getting our message across. Verbal communication can be both written and spoken, but now we are focusing mainly on the spoken communication. The words we choose make a big difference in communication. Imagine you are communicating with a young child or with someone who does not speak our own language very well. Under those circumstances, we use simple language or short sentence and often we check their understanding. It is quite different from the conversation with an old friend whom you have known for years. Here, verbal communication with good sense of humor, that is, timely humor, can enlighten and lift up as an excellent communicator, which will definitely enhance our interpersonal skill. The third one is non-verbal communication. Using our voice is only the tip of the iceberg. We actually communicate far more information using nonverbal communication. Do you have a doubt? Here is the answer. According to Salesforce research on interpersonal communication, 93% of the communication is nonverbal. Now, I hope that you realize the importance of nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communications are wordless communication through nonverbal signals like body language, gestures, postures, body position, facial expression, hand movements, eye contact, tone of your voice, muscle tension, personal space, and even our appearance. These can serve to either reinforce or undermine the message of our spoken words. Nonverbal communication is often referred as body language, and this body language is the secret and a powerful tool to maintain healthy interpersonal skills. The presentation skills, writing skills, confidence, all are the additional information skills that we can acquire as the sub skills by developing proper communication skills. Second one is emotional management. With regard to interpersonal skills or interpersonal relationships, our emotions or feelings play an important role. Making decision more often affects the way we feel than the way we think. If you are not aware of your feelings, you will not be able to express your needs and experiences. This can result in frustration, misunderstanding, and conflicts. So, managing of our emotions provide tools to understand others as well as yourself. Here the simple advice is understand your emotion. Then don't try to control it. Rather channelize it. Psychologically, we may call it as defense mechanism. For example, you are watching a movie and there you come across a sentimental scene. You feel like crying, but unfortunately, you are not able to cry because of the presence of your parents, maybe your relatives, maybe your friends. So if they see if you are crying, it spoils your image. So what you will do? For a few moments, you distract your attention from the movie. Sometimes you may look outside or look at the fan. Sometimes you just scroll your mobile so that for a fraction of seconds you distract your attention from the sentimental scene so that ultimately you will escape from the emotion of crying. In this way, we can channelize our emotion. The third one is collaboration. Working collaboratively or otherwise, teamwork allows you to work productively and deliver positive outcomes. Successful collaboration requires the ability to cooperate and respect each other. Many of us think that it is one of the important aspects in workplace, but it is not the reality. In family, we need collaboration. In society, we need collaboration. Among friends, we need collaboration. Among relatives, we need collaboration. And in workplace also, we need collaboration. So, everywhere and with everyone, collaboration is inevitable. Being able to collaborate, particularly in challenging situations, is a greatest asset for you in your life. To a greater extent, collaboration requires receptiveness to feedback, which is also an interpersonal skill. Being open to feedback can help you to develop personally as well as professionally. View all feedback, whether from parents or elders or friends or superiors or anyone, as a chance to learn and never try to react defensively. Don't think about your responses. Just listen to what is being said and use these feedbacks constructively or positively to enhance your performance and productivity. For example, consider the game of cricket. It is a very good example for teamwork or collaboration because All the team members work together, then only they can win the game. On the other hand, imagine the person Dhoni. We call it as Captain Cool. Why? Because he is an example for receptiveness to feedback. Whenever he faces a failure, he may face lot of criticisms or negative feedbacks, but he always cool and accept all those feedback. Dear friends, life is also a game. So let's collaborate with all to win the game of our life. The fourth one is relationship management. Building effective relationship is one thing, but managing them is something entirely different. This is also an important skill. At every level, you will be expected to engage with many persons. The ability to manage relationship is based on respect for each other and mutual trust. If you want to excel in relationship management, you must have another key interpersonal skill, that is conflict management. Conflict will be everywhere and you can't run away from it. Rather, you must be able to reduce or resolve those conflict productively with the help of conflict management skills. Good conflict management skills include diplomacy, empathy, negotiation, assertiveness, and compromise. And all these will help to create more harmonious and cordial environment. The fifth one is positive attitude. Positive attitude simply means the absence of fault finding attitude and accepting the realities as they are. Showing positivity even in difficult situation is very much important. Remember, it is difficult, but it is possible. Never say anything negative about your current or past situations or person whom you met in your life, because every person or every incident in our life has something to teach us. If it is positive incident, we may get a pleasant experience, and if it is a negative one, we may get a valuable lesson. So don't complain about your life. Dear friends, count your rainbows, not your thunderstorm.
Dear friends, regarding positive attitude, I believe that all of you are very familiar with the story Holy Spirit. It is one of the greatest example for a positive attitude. The another beauty is if you are having positive attitude, then definitely you will say I can. Because whatever may be the situation, positive attitude gives a confidence to face the life. Another beauty is if you are having positive attitude, then you can have the ability to learn from your failures. In life, we can't always expect a success. Sometimes we have to face the failures, but positive attitude will help you to face the failures. And of course, it from that failures you will learn many lessons. This is one of the greatest quote given by Martin Luther King Jr. regarding positive. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep move forward. Yes, positive attitude will help us to keep move forwarding. We are seeing one of the greatest result of a research survey conducted by 10 Global Polls. Here the question is, what is the key to happiness? They have some options: money, creative activity, achievements, love, mental attitude. Dear friends, you will amazed by seeing the result. Yes, the result says that 59 percentage of the sample they accepted that mental attitude or the positive attitude decide their happiness in life. Of course, we need love, achievement, creativity, money, everything we need in our life. But ultimately, it is our attitude that decides our happiness. One more result of research conducted by Harvard University, the most popular university of the world. Here, they have conducted a survey on the success components for a job. Again, an amazing result arrived. That means 85 percentage of the sample says it is their attitude that decides their job. Yes, my dear friends, it is not the knowledge, it is the attitude that decide our life. That's why James of Harvard University proclaimed that the greatest discovery of my generation is that human being can alter their life by altering their attitude. Dear friends, attitude, it looks a little thing, but if you are having attitude, then you can feel a big difference in our life. That is the beauty of positivity. So have positive attitude. Dear friends, now we are in the last part of our discussion. That is getting the answer for the question how to improve my interpersonal skills. Here, I would like to give 10 tips in the name of 10 commandments for improving interpersonal skills. Let me start with the first one. Decide which area you need to improve. Maybe you are aware of certain areas in which you are weak, or there are specific requirements which you feel. If you are not able to find out, then try SWOT analysis. That means SWOT, which represent strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Or sometimes try to use introspection. That is one of the oldest psychological method for self-observation. But always remember, you are the best evaluator of yourself. Then the next one is learn from feedback. It is always not easy to self-analysis. If you are not able to analyze yourself, then ask feedback from your well wishers or those who are very close to you. But ask the honest feedback or constructive criticism from the trusted person or trusted friend. Don't stop with asking only the feedback. Thinking about the feedback and practicing the changes will help you to develop. The third one is learn the basics of non-verbal communication. One of the study found that non-verbal communication accounted around 55% of how an audience perceived from a person. That means the majority of what you are saying is communicated not only through words but through physical cues. So it is very, very important to be an expert in the non-verbal communication. How to communicate, how to express our body gestures. Avoid slouching or folding your arms or making yourself appear small when you are presenting yourself. Instead, fill up the space, maintain a clear eye contact with the communicator. Use all your body parts involving in the communication process. That means you will be an expert in non-verbal communication. So try to use all the gestures, all the body parts involved in your communication. The fourth one is seek opportunity to build relationship. You will get many opportunities to build a relationship. You might consider joining a group. This could be related to your family, friends, work networking, or industry, or any other specific groups, or simply a group that shares similar interests or hobbies. Don't ignore these opportunities. If you are not getting such opportunity, seek or create such opportunity. The fifth one is observe other positive interpersonal relationships. It can be also helpful to learn by observing how others use their interpersonal skills. Observe positive interaction, those around you, and apply those qualities that you admire most in your relationship. It does not mean just imitate them, but observe them, learn from them, and develop those positive qualities or skills in you and apply these skills in your life as your own strength. That is very important. Next one is develop your emotional intelligence, or in other words, EQ, emotional quotient. Interpersonal skill rely on reading others correctly, respecting and responding to their emotions properly. We already discussed. So, yeah, good emotional intelligence will help you to accept others' differences and understand their point. The seventh one is master the arts of time. It means the sense of humor. It is very, very important. It will definitely enhance your relationship circle. Sense of humor doesn't mean that criticizing others or making fun of others. Instead, it is throwing out wits, jokes, and funs without hurting others' feelings. Of course, we are very much attracted by the comedians since they are the very good communicator. Do you know the reason? They know the art of timing. So, dear friends, master the arts of timing. The next one is have a smile. Smile is the universal language of love. It is a precious and common gift of God to all human race. It is the best compliment that we can present to others. So smile even if you don't feel like smiling. Be cheerful always. Always keep the smile in your face. It will give a positive outlook to you as well as in the interpersonal skill. It plays a vital role to attract others. The ninth one is be a listener, not only a listener, listen with them. Listen more than you talk, which will help you to connect with others. To communicate effectively, first listen what others have to say. Then you can provide a thoughtful answer to show you have taken those ideas into account. Similarly, empathy is the ability to understand the feelings, thoughts, and belief of another person. Empathizing will help you to understand how other person feels. So we can accept the reason why somebody feels or think the way they do, regardless whether we agree it or not. So listen, try to listen with the empathy. And the last one is the very important one is begin with. With regard to interpersonal skill, you have to start your own. Take your own responsibility, take your own initiative to start communication as well as creating more relationship. Do not wait and expect other person to do so. Whatever may be the circumstances, start practicing your skill. This will give you the confidence to keep improving and keep moving. And definitely one day you can win many hearts. So that you can mold yourself as a person with better interpersonal skills. So these are the 10 tips for improving your interpersonal skills. Okay, friends, let us have a small recall what we have discussed so far. We started with the discussion on the meaning of interpersonal skills. Then we discussed about the need or otherwise importance of interpersonal skills. After that, we have discussed the top five interpersonal skills, such as communication skills and, of course, its components, emotional management, collaboration, relationship management, and the fifth one is positive. And finally, we have discussed 10 tips to improve our interpersonal skills.
Dear friends, I hope you get some kind of insight regarding interpersonal skills. I wish you all the very best to develop these skills in your life and become a person with good interpersonal skills. Wish you all the very best. Thank you.